Hello and welcome to the first Sheffield United match reaction video of the season. Can we call it? I'm not sure we can call it a season. We're not into the season yet. But I went to a football match. I went to a Sheffield United football match. That is just incredible to think about. I really enjoyed it. It was rammed, absolutely rammed. 3,000 blades in the away end. Loved every minute of it. Singing along. Seeing the Blades score 4 goals and beat Doncaster Rovers 4-0. It's great to see. It's just great to be back. It really is. Obviously, got the new Sheffield United shirt on as well. We've started. Obviously, we didn't play in this one tonight, but 3-0 against Europa Point, 4-0 against Doncaster Rovers, 7-0 over 2 games. It's not too bad. I was a little bit worried because the Europa Point game, we were pretty poor. And the youngsters were quite clearly better in that second half than they were the first team was in the first half. But tonight, I know we were playing Doncaster, who were a League One team. League below us, we're obviously a Premier League club last season. But we absolutely bossed them. We didn't give them anything. I think Ramsdale had 1 save to make in the first half low down. And League One, Wes, I think he dropped a ball at one point. I weren't quite looking. And then everyone was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It looked like I don't know what he'd done, but he'd done something silly. Let's put it that way. And League One Wes is someone that I don't want to see in the net for Sheffield United too much, if I'm being honest. So hopefully we keep hold of Ramsdale, and if we don't, we look elsewhere and try and bring in somebody who is an experienced older goalkeeper, I would say. But it was great to see Rammers in the flesh. It's the first time I've seen Aaron Ramsdale play for Sheffield United in the flesh. I was saying earlier on, the last time I went to watch Sheffield United, because I went on my honeymoon and missed the Brighton game, and I went on my best mate's stag do and missed the Norwich game, which was the last game, obviously, we could go to. So my last game at Bramall Lane was Bournemouth at home, and Aaron Ramsdale was in the net for Bournemouth. So it's the first time I've seen him in a Sheffield United shirt. Obviously, he did well. There was nothing else he really could do. It was a pretty easy day for him, but the football that they were playing was incredible. Even back to Ramsdale, into Egan, or into Ollie Norwood playing a lovely ball through the middle, or did say it was just great to watch. Kind of Baldock, Norwood, did say Egan, just playing little triangles and trying to get out of it. And if you can't get out of it, you get a throwing out of it anyway. Not giving the ball away, but playing out from the back. We have played out from the back in under Chris Wilder, but tonight very much seemed like this is the Sheffield United that we're going to see. They're going to try and play out as much as they possibly can. It was good to watch. It was very, very good to watch tonight, to be honest. And yeah, I know it was only against Doncaster. And honestly, I said as I was walking out of the keep moat after the game, our youngsters would have beaten them tonight. They were really poor, a really poor side. And I like Donny Rovers. I'm a big fan of Donny Rovers because they're not close enough to be, well, they are, but in my lifetime, Donny Rovers have not been near us too much. It's more Barnsley, obviously Wednesday, Leeds. Donny Rovers have always kind of been, well, for most of my lifetime, a bit below us. So I've never really had a problem with Donny. We've never really had any kind of rivalry or whatever. So I like him. The near us, I like him. But they were really poor. And they weren't any of their players I looked at and thought, oh, he looks quite handy. Maybe they're right winger. I'm not sure who was, but yeah, anyway, we'll move on because we've got a lot to talk about. We've won 4-0, for God's sake. I've even got flash score in front of me to tell me who scored because there was that much that went on tonight. I just couldn't keep up with it. We're obviously 3-0 up at half time. So, first one, Ollie Burke. The goalkeeper just passed it straight to him. And with it being Ollie Burke, I was like, that's quite a good finish, that, because a lot of pressure on him. I know it was in front of goal. It was on his wrong foot, a lot of pressure on him, but he slotted it away. He had to. If he'd have missed it, he wouldn't have lived it down. Well, kind of like what he did in the second half, but we'll get onto that. I'm sure we'll get onto that. Lys Mousset, I think it was Sander Bergart, just went straight through the middle of their team. had a cross shot. I've not seen any of this back. Like I was sat in the away end, so it was all the other way, the other side. It looked like Sanderberger had a shot. It went across the box, and it ended up at Mousse, and Mousse smacked it in the back of the net. Great to see. Their goalkeeper was terrible as well, by the way. Really, really bad. Mousse then got put through, put it in the back of the net. I can't remember who put him through, but yeah, played him through, put it in at the front post. Great finish. He seems like a different player, Mousse. And I think it's probably the manager giving him the confidence, saying, go out there and prove to me that you deserve to play in this team. Now, I don't think he's going to start the season, but I got a clue who's going to start, because he's played McGoldrick, he's played Mousse, he's played Brewster, he's played Ollie Burke tonight. That's 4 strikers already that could feature, who could start. I really don't think Ollie Burke's going to start, but he did not know. Well, he did one thing wrong, but I thought he did really well, and I think he's going to be a big player for us this season. You know, coming off the bench and just causing havoc with that pace that he's got. Yeah, he's not great in front of goal, but he scored a goal tonight because of his pace. Like, the goalkeeper played it across to a defender. And the reason why he got there was because of his pace. It wasn't straight to his feet. So I think he's got a lot to give this season, Ollie Burke. The problem is we've got about 40,000 strikers, because Brewster came on, Jebbo came on. We've still got Billy Sharp to come back. We've got McBurney to come back. I'm a bit worried that those two haven't played any football. We've got Norwich next. If they don't play against Norwich, must be injury still. They must still be coming back from injury, because I expected to see a little bit of them. I thought they were back. I really did, until the Europa Point game. I thought they'd be there or thereabouts. But we've got so many strikers. I think Slav's just giving them all a bit of a chance to see who can kind of come out on top and who he's not going to get rid of, really, because we've got too many. We need to get rid of some. So that was the first half. I'm trying to think if anyone missed any big chances. I don't think so. Sanderberger, I've got to mention Sanderberger, because Sanderberger was, I'm going to say brilliant. He wasn't necessarily brilliant, but he was just, you could tell when he went off, that second half, we didn't control it as much, or didn't control it with style. They didn't look like they were going to get anywhere near us in that first half. The second half, a little bit more. They came into it early on. But Sanderberger, he picked the ball up. He looked assured. He looked like he was never going to give the ball away. And then I think it was for Mousse's first goal, the second goal, he ran through about 3 players. And that's what we want to see from Sanderberger this season. That really is what we want to see. Sorry about that. Sander... It's weird. I'm feeling like I'm losing my voice from shouting, and it's a pre-season game. Like, that's what, it's great. It's great to be losing my voice again. But no, Sanderberger was great in that first half, linking up with Fleck, Didsey, and Norwood. Norwood had a good game as well, dictated play. That's what we saw from him in the Championship and the start of the Premier League season, that first season. So we want to see that from Norwood. Norwood's a great player. He's not lost it. He hasn't. A lot of people might think that, but he really hasn't. Big fan of Norwood. He got us into the Premier League. He looks great in the Championship. So I want to see more of him. I want to see him play every game, if I'm being honest. And if that's how we're going to play, with Norwood sat and then Fleck and Sander just in front, what was a bit weird, it felt like Fleck was playing on the right and Sander on the left for some of the game, which was a bit odd. I don't know whether that's just kind of interchanging positions. Maybe Slav wants us to anyone to be comfortable in any position. So yeah, Sander, he's the one that I'll bring up about the first half, because he was great. Ozzy, great at left wing back as well. I'll run through the team in a moment. But yeah, going to that second half. First half, I'll just say, first half, we played 4 at the back, flat back 4. Then we had 3 midfielders in Fleck, Norwood, and Sanderberger. And then we played it with 3 attackers, which that's what he's done already, Slav. And we played kind of McGoldrick on the left-hand side, Mousse through the middle, and then Ollie Burke on the right. Who knows what he's going to do? We really don't know. I've got an inkling what he's going to do, and play what we did in the second half, which was play either a 3-5-2. No, sorry, that's wrong. a 3-2. I don't even know anymore. Right. We'll say a 5-2-3. I think it is. Oh my God. It's it's all over the place a little bit. But I think we're going to play 5 kind of defenders or 3 centre backs. Bash didn't play in the first half. He did in the second. You can't leave Bash out. Bash is too good. If we're going to play a flat back 4, Bash and Egan need to play next to each other. I like Jack Robinson, but I think you can't leave Basham on the bench. No way, no how. In the second half, he brought on all the kids. It was great to see. Great to see Luke Freeman as well. He got the goal. It was a great ball in from Jayden Bogle. Lovely, just little flick into the box. And then Luke Freeman came in. I'm not sure if it came off Freeman or if it was an own goal or came off his arm or something. It was bundled into the net anyway, put it that way. But we could have scored tons in that second half. So Ollie Burke missed pretty much an open net. That's what I was going to say earlier on, but it was a shocker. It kind of rose up, so he caught it kind of underneath it and put it over the bar. Should have finished it. Definitely should have finished it. Mousse came off after scoring his 2 goals, which I'm fine with that. But at the same time, I would like to see Mousse have got his hat-trick. That would have been great for his confidence. It's already great, though. He's scored 2 goals in this game. He scored a goal against Europa Point as well. Brewster. Let's just talk about Brewster for a second, because he missed another great chance. It was a header. It was kind of, I think he got under it a little bit. He put it over the bar. Didsey hit the bar as well. But the chance that I want to talk about is Jebo, because Jebo came across Brewster for a tap-in, kind of missed the ball. And I think it hit his back leg. So that would have been a easy tap-in for Brewster, and Jebo took it off his toe. So I wouldn't be very happy if I was Brewster tonight. But he needs that goal. He just needs that goal to get him going, doesn't he? We've got so many great attackers that Brewster needs to score a goal and he needs to go on a run. But it's looking good. We were excellent tonight. I'll quickly just run through the team because I don't want to keep you here forever. It's just a pre-season game. So in the net, obviously, Ramsdale, Baldock, Egan, Robinson, Oze, Fleck, Norwood, Berger, McGoldrick, Mousse, Burke. I'll run through how I thought they played very, very quickly. Like I say, it's just going to be a quick one. Ramsdale didn't have anything to do. Baldock was very good at everything that he did. Even if he'd made a mistake, he would get himself back there and make sure he got that tackle in. Baldock is brilliant. I don't know what he's going to do because I want to see them both play, but they can't. Egan, assured, didn't have anything to do really, but looked great on the ball. Jack Robinson, I thought Jack Robinson was great. There was one where Jack Robinson put his body on the line to stop the ball from getting cleared. That's what we want to see. But at the same time, I think he got injured at that point. So hopefully he's fine. He carried on and he was okay. But I'm a big fan of Jack Robinson, and I hope he gets some games this season. It's a long old season. I'm sure he'll play. And really, if we're going to play 5 at the back, I want to see him on that left-hand side. That left-hand side of the defence, of the centre-backs. Fleck did really well when Sander Berger was playing. Second half, I don't know. I think he lost his way a little bit and then he came off. Norwood dictated play. Love to see it. His corners were actually good corners, which Norwood's been lacking this season, last season, massively. Sander Berger was just a Rolls Royce today. Did not look like he was ever going to give the ball away. Just needs that little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of a push, a little bit of confidence to get that ball and run with it forward, because he can do that all day long. He's brilliant at getting that ball and driving forward straight through their midfield and defence today. David McGoldrick looked a bit out of sorts, if I'm being honest. I think it's just that position. He's not a left-sided striker, if you like, or he was dropping back a little bit. He likes to be involved in everything. He likes to be in that centre. So I'm not sure if either he's going to kind of learn that role, or whether we're going to change and play McGoldrick in the centre, or whether he's not going to get games at all this season. Because like I say, it's a long season. If McGoldrick's not working in that specific position, he might try someone else. So I'd hope he doesn't, because McGoldrick is one of our best players, if not our best player. So we need to shoehorn him in wherever, even if he's not playing well, he will learn that position. So I want to see McGoldrick play as many games as possible. Moose flying, looked good on the ball as well. Last season, he was tripping over his own feet. He was falling over everywhere. He was just losing the ball constantly. His touch was horrendous. He's looking like he's getting back to his best, or near his best anyway. Took that first one well, took that second one even better. Burke was a mixed bag. I thought he did really well in certain places where he was kind of like chasing down players. That's what he's great at. Obviously took his goal well. Could have had another one that he skied over the bar. But Ollie Burke, for me, he will be a big player for us this season off the bench. He's not going to start too many games, I don't think. But he's a dangerous player. Anyway, we'll move on to the bench. Sarike, weird one. Came on at right back or right wing back. I thought he did really well. And then he got dragged and he wasn't injured. Bogle came on. I just found it a bit weird that he didn't even start the second half, I don't think, Sarike. He must have done. He must have started the second half. No, he didn't. I don't think he did. I think Baldock started the second half. So Sarike came on in the second half, not even at half time, and then came off. He must have only had about 10 minutes. And then Bogle came on. Really weird, but I thought he did well when he came on. He looked like he was sharp. He was trying to get forward at every point. I love these youngsters. I think they're great. And I think some of them could really kind of break through. And we've got a great squad, a really, really good squad. Bogle created the fourth goal, always looked great, always wanted to get forward, always was trying to kind of pass and move, looked great. Is it Lapata, the Polish centre-back? Brilliant. Really like him. He played really well against Europa Point. Didn't really have much to do defensively, but from corners, he won 2 corners. He won the headers of 2 corners in a row. Like the first one, headed it against the back of Donny Rovers player's head, got another corner. Second one, I think it was Zach Brunt, played it right to the back post, headed it back across goal for, I think it was Brewster to put over. But winning 2 headers from 2 corners as a youngster, that's brilliant. That's what we want to see. Kyron Gordon looked good on the ball, but didn't really have a lot to do, in all honesty. Zach Brunt, wanted to see him on the ball more. I really like Zach Brunt, got a lot of time for him. I think he probably should be loaned out this season to get him a bit of match sharpness, but not just that. Get him some game time. Get him a full season under his belt for a League One club because he's a brilliant footballer, and I just don't think he's going to get the game time for us in the Championship. Really small as well, gets knocked off the ball quite easily, but he's a fantastic footballer. So that's why I think he should go out on loan. Jebo obviously came on. Somebody said on one of the videos on a tweet or something like that, Jebo's not done enough to deserve to start a game of football. Every time I see Jebo, he puts everything in. He looks like he's constantly moving. He's like, you can't see it on TV, but he's constantly like putting his finger out and saying, I want the ball there, and making the run. Somebody doesn't give him the ball, so he's like, right, okay, get back into position there, put it there for me. He's constantly doing that, and we don't see that a lot from any of our strikers, really, other than maybe Sharpe. But yeah, he missed a golden chance today, but doesn't matter. Jebo was brilliant, really good. Brewster looked good in patches, can't get that goal, needs that goal. And when he does get that goal, I'm sure they'll all come. And finally, Slater. Did I talk about Max Lowe? I don't think I did. Max Lowe did all right, but the ball seemed to be going down the right a lot. So Max Lowe didn't really get on the ball too much today, but did all right. Did all right for everything that he had to do. Regan Slater got injured at one point, I think. Was kind of hobbling about, but played really well. I like to see them two in the midfield together were funny because they were just 2 diddy men, Regan Slater and Zach Brunt. But they were great. They were both great. Slater was moving the ball around quickly. That's what you want to see. I can see him being in that Ollie Norwood role in a few years' time. So, yeah, maybe have him around the squad, and then possibly next season he could take over from the Ollie Norwood role or play a maybe slightly more advanced role. But I think that defensive midfield slot is perfect for Regan Slater. Anyway, that's about it. I'm going to quickly jump into the comments because I'm sure there's things that I've missed because there were so many chances we had in that second half. Let's quickly run through them. So Joachim, Gareth, George Fair, Nancy, how are we all doing? Thank you very much, Gareth. Yes, I love this home shirt. I think it's beautiful, and I can't wait to see us playing. Actually, the Norwich game might be off because of COVID. A few Norwich players have got COVID, I believe. So they called, I think it was a game off tonight. So hopefully we do get that game going ahead because we've only played 2 games. If not, we might have to try and kind of play a game against anyone else like a Sheffield FC or a Hallam or someone like that. So the man for the reactions and facts, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Jack Butland is a good shout if anything happens to, or if we lose Aaron Ramsdale to Arsenal. Let's get further up to see some comments about the game. Any new Slav songs? That's a very good point. I heard a few different kind of tunes to songs, but I couldn't hear what they were singing because they were singing them all the way to the other end of the stand. So I couldn't hear what was being sang. So I reckon so. I heard a couple of different ones, but I don't know if they were about Slav. Yeah, Brewster did play. Mixed bag, like I said. Just like Donny 4-0. Friendlies mean nothing. Yeah, I know. I'm not absolutely buzzing here, am I? Obviously. I'm just saying that we played really well and Donny were rubbish. Yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed both. Really did enjoy both. Sanderberg is an absolute Rolls Royce of a player. Yeah. Burke missed that chance. Shocking. How did you get relegated and Newcastle stay up? Yeah. Donny beat Newcastle 3-2. And I was watching a video earlier on of a Donny Rovers fan, and he said that he thought they were going to do really well against us because they'd obviously gone and beaten Newcastle. I don't know how they managed to beat Newcastle because they were really, really poor. Yes, I'm going to the Norwich game, if it's on, that is. I don't know what's going on here in the comments, to be honest. We'll quickly get through. Brewster will be fine. I'm sure he will be, Billy. I'm sure he will be. Thought McGoldrick did well. Yeah, I thought he did all right. I just not sure about him on that left-hand side. He looks like a bit like fish out of water. He's constantly trying to come in, which that's where I want to see. Moose needed confidence. He does. And the thing is, with how good we know Moose is, if Moose has the confidence and scores the goals, he's going to be... He shouldn't be... When Moose is playing his best, he should be playing top-end Premier League. I'm not even joking. Obviously, most fans know how good he's been in the past. He will be a joke of a player in the Championship if he plays like that. Will Berger stay at Bramall Lane? I think he will now. Starting to think he will. We might lose him in January, but I would like to see us keep him, be towards the top of the Championship, and Slav say, come on, Sander, just stay with us for another half a season and we will be a Premier League club next season. That's what I want to see. I really, really do. Paul's not convinced about Brewster. I understand that. You all laughed at me when I said Mousse would be important this season. Possibly because of how bad he was last season. He was really, really poor. But I think it's just fair play to Slav because he's seen how good he's been in the past, giving him the confidence, giving him the game time. And really, let's be honest, Moose has played against a team that loses 6 and 7-0 in the Gibraltarian League every week. He scored against them and he scored 2 against Donny Rovers. So let's not think that Moose is going to be that player that was scoring against Wolves, scoring against West Ham, scoring against Man United. He might not be, but let's hope he is. Arsenal have signed so many CDMs. Berg has to stay, hopefully. But there's a lot of there's like Lazio, Napoli, Atalanta, all interested. So who knows? I think it should be Didsey in the centre and play like a false 9 with 2 wide. I think that's a good idea. I think that's a really good idea. But we need to score goals this season, don't we? So I don't think a false 9 might be the right way to go. But it could be in some games. I think we know that Slav likes to play attacking football, so I don't think a false 9 would possibly work. Lots of talk about getting players in, but especially attacking wise. Absolutely. Like I was talking to my dad tonight and said, do we actually need to sign any players? Now, we'd like to see 1 or 2 to get us excited, but at the same time, we've got so many great players. Like, fair enough, they weren't good enough for the Premier League. Some are. We know some are from the season before. It was a bad season, but these players are good enough to win the Championship. I've got no doubt about that whatsoever. Berger stays and we will be champions. I agree. Who is the best player in the Championship currently? If I'm honest, from the last 2 seasons watching Premier League football, I'm not sure. If we're talking about Sheffield United, I'm going McGoldrick, Berger. If we're talking about players in general, Egan's probably, for me, the best centre-back in the league. Sander Berger is the best midfielder in the league for me, or has the potential to be anyway. We've not seen too much from him in the last 2 seasons, but we've got some great players. We've got a great chance. Hope Slav can talk Berger into staying at least till January. Exactly. I just missed someone talk about Sariki there. Also, Sariki came on 67th and came off in the 79th. There we go. It's not a lot of time, is it? It's really not a lot of time. 12 minutes for Sariki and then 11 minutes for Bogle. Weird. Really, really weird. If I'm being honest, what I would have done is taken Baldock off at half-time, given Sariki and... Because Baldock had 45 minutes. Why not take him off at half-time, put Sariki on, give him half of the second half, and then give Bogle the other half? It's really weird. Really weird. Yeah, I've already seen that one. Pereira. I think he'll go. I think someone will sign him. Yeah, nobody's scared of. No, I think Fulham and West Brom, really. West Brom, there's obviously going to be a surprise package in there at some point. Amley, who scored? We got Ollie Burke with the first one, Mousse, and then Luke Freeman, or could have been an own goal. Slater's dad works with my brother. Oh, that's great. Big fan of Regan Slater. Heart on his sleeve. Yeah, I love the home shirt. Me too, mate. Me too. Why isn't Slav picking Andy Stevens? That's a weird one. I think he was in the stand tonight. We've got so many left backs and left wing backs that I feel like he's going to move one on. And I feel like because Andy Stevens is probably on double what anyone else is on, or double what any other of the left wing backs or left backs are on, I think he'll move him on because really Andy Stevens has been poor for the last couple of seasons or season and a half, shall I say. And I think he was given a big contract. So, yeah, if he's not playing well, we've got Osborne, we've got Norrington Davis, we've got Max Lowe, we've even got Jack Robinson, who could fill in there. So we've got too many. And if Andy Stevens is on big, big money, then for me, I think it's a no-brainer because start of the Premier League season and the Championship season, Andy Stevens was one of the best left-backs in the league, in the Championship and the Premier League. And then he's fallen off a cliff. I'd like to see him back in a Sheffield United shirt because I feel like Andy Stevens on his day is our best left back or best left wing back, but he's not played well for quite a while. Nick, don't know if I missed, but is Andy Stevens injured? Yeah, we're just talking about him, mate. I don't think he is injured. I really don't. I just don't know why he's not playing other than if they're looking at moving him on. Mousse was excellent tonight. Absolutely. Who are you most excited to see this season? I'll be honest, I think Moose will break through. I hope he does. If I'm being honest, out of everybody, I want to see Moose playing up front. Out of everyone, even McGoldrick, I want to see Moose play because if Moose is playing out of his skin and he's playing every week, he needs to start because he's our best striker by far. Be nice to have a game against Sheffield FC. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Big fan of Sheffield FC. I want to go and see a few Sheffield FC games this season as well because I want to put money in their pocket. Absolutely. If you can see that I became a Sheffield FC member and I got this scarf for it. I'm going to buy a couple of their shirts as well, even though they are really expensive. But class, absolutely class. A great pundit of the game, but why didn't you attend, especially with all the shirts? I did attend. I've been talking about it for 29 minutes now. I don't know if you're talking to me, Lee, but I was there. I was there. I've only just got home. That's why I'm doing the video now rather than straight after the game. Middlesbrough lost to York last night. Friendlies don't mean anything, do they, really? They're just trying people out. Like, we changed pretty much... Well, we changed every player tonight. So we could have gone on and won that game. Well, we could have, with the chances that we had, 7 or 8-0 anyway. With our full side at full tilt, could have been a cricket score, couldn't it, really? Since you said, well, I had a lot of low knees and won't do well this season, has your opinion changed? No, I don't think it's changed. I still think they'll be really good. I think Fulham have just brought in 2 very good players. So I think Fulham have got a great chance. They'll always put money in. I think both of them will do well. There's no way. I think all 3 that went down will at least be in the playoffs. I think 2 of them will go up. Can't see any players coming in right now, to be honest. There's no kind of, other than Harvey Elliott, and it looks like Klopp's wanting to keep him. So there's not a lot being said. How come you didn't go to the game with all the shirts behind? Yeah, I think you must have missed what I said. Why was Fleck on the right? I'm not sure. I don't know if he was on the right. I thought he was at certain points, but it might have just been the fact that they were kind of interchanging quite a lot. I don't know if you're saying about me saying Fleck on the right earlier, or whether you're saying that Fleck was on the right, so I'm not too sure. Slav is making an impression for himself for sure. The only thing that I wanted to see, and I know this is definitely a Chris Wilder thing and a Neil Warnock thing, but I wanted to see him come to the fans and give them a clap afterwards, because we were obviously, the players gave a little bit of a clap and then walked down. They didn't come right up to the fans, which I think that's what Chris Wilder used to do. He wanted the players to go to the fans and thank him. I know it's only a friendly, but I would like to have seen the players come close to the fans and give them a proper thank you, because we haven't seen them in such a long time, other than obviously last game of the season. But it would have been nice for Slav to come out and give a clap. I didn't get there. I literally missed the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game because obviously getting from work and stuff like that. But yeah, it would have been nice. That it really would have been nice. I'm quickly going to fly through these comments because we've been here for ages. Right, let's keep going. McBurney and Moose with Didsy behind, possibly. We need a centre half. That is possibly true as well. We've only got Bash, Egan, Robinson. I'm struggling after that. I'm sure there's one more, but I can't think. Obviously, Jack O'Connell's not going to be fit. And Lapata? He had Jack O'Connell's number tonight as well, which was quite sad to see. But at the same time, I really like him. He looks really good. Love to see Dan James. No chance. Dan James is going to be a Premier League player for the rest of his career, 100%. I don't agree with that, mate. I don't agree with that about Norwood. Freeman looked a stone overweight. I think Freeman always just looks a bit hefty. He's always looked like that all through his career, so he might be on the bigger side, but I'm sure he'll get into shape pretty soon. He was out injured quite a lot last season for Forest, so he's obviously trying to get back into it. Right, okay. Just trying to quickly go through these. Talk about Muse be different when he is confident. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Ender could come back with a lot of confidence, and I would love to see that because I really, really like Ender. But like I say, we've got a lot of left wing backs, a lot of them. Was Bruce Arian good tonight? Yes, he was. In patches, he was not the best in front of goal as always, but he was good at linking play up. He played a lovely through ball. I think it was to Bogle for the fourth goal when he clipped it in. Really lovely through ball. Slav just said a move is happening. For who, Grant? For who? As in players coming in? Let us know. Friendlies don't mean anything. Try telling that they've got invincible. Oh, right. Okay. They beat Port Vale, did they? I didn't even know that. Fair enough. So, yeah, I think, man of the match for me today, it's difficult. It's difficult because of how many players played certain amount of minutes. For the first half, definitely Sander Berger. I thought he was the best player on the pitch, but I'm going to give it to Muse because of his confidence in front of goal. And it just looks tons better. Man of the match, Basham. I thought Bash was great when he came on, but I don't know. Number 5 was class. Yeah, that was Lapata, the Polish lad. Very, very good. Very good. Hi, mate. Doncaster fan here. Well done. Far superior throughout. Only had little spells, and Matt Smith for us was our standout. Goalkeeper Jones is young, so we'll learn from. Yeah, I thought he was poor in all honesty, but yeah, like you say, if he's young, he needs some game time, doesn't he? So unlucky lads. I'm a big fan of Doncaster. I want Doncaster to do well. So hopefully that's just a blip for you this season. We will see some match day vlogs this season. I don't think so. Me and Hal are going to meet up for some matches this season, but I don't think we're going to do too many vlogs. Anyway, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. Bogle or Baldock? That is the last question. Oh no, maybe it's not. I don't know. I can't pick. Probably Baldock, because Baldock, his all-round game is probably better. Right, okay. Let's leave it there. There's too many comments. Slav says they are close to adding to the squad. Right, okay. So that's definite then. We're obviously going to sign a player very soon. Let's leave it there. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Before you go, don't forget to like this stream. It gets out there to more people. Really, really appreciate everyone being here. It's weird coming back and doing these match reactions after, obviously, a while without them. So, yeah, thank you for watching. As I've just said, I'm excited for the season. I'm absolutely buzzing. I know it was a team a division lower than us, and I know you can't read too much into pre-season, but I am extremely excited and really enjoyed our football tonight. I thought we dominated from the first whistle to the end whistle. We could have scored 7, 8, 9 goals tonight with all the chances that we missed. Yeah, it's exciting times ahead. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.